الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد، فالسلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
أهلا ومرحبا بكم متابعينا الأعزاء طلبة الصف التاسع.
تو ماله ذا الله يهديه، أنا ما مخبر إنه كذاك. طيب كمل.
نلتقي بكم اليوم مرة أخرى في هذا الدرس الذي سيكون في مادة اللغة الإنجليزية للصف التاسع.
طيب زي خلينا نكمل درسنا ويلا حياك. Thank you very much Fahim. Now welcome again, and inshallah we're going to start today's class by recalling what we've already studied in this unit, which is unit number 4. Now, what's the title of this unit? What's the title of the unit? يلا يا شباب ويلا يا بنات. What's the title of the unit? ها أستاذ ناصر يا مخرجنا. What's the title of the unit? Excellent. The title is space. Space. Inshallah, we are going to go to the space. We are going to have a trip to the space. Inshallah. So get ready. Now, when you hear the word space, what comes to your mind? Yalla, what comes to your mind? I've put here some pictures, and you can use the words that these pictures show. Yalla ya Anwar. Anwar, the first one. Excellent. The moon. And you are the moon of the class. Clap for him. Clap for him. Thank you very much, ya Anwar. So the first one, the first word that comes to Anwar's mind when he hears the word space is the moon. And this is the moon. This is the moon. Okay? This is the moon. Now, what about Anwar? Anwar's sister. What about Anwar? Yalla ya Anwar. Anwar says planets. Thank you very much, Anwar. The planets. Okay. Now, Anwar, how many planets do we have in our solar system? Anwar, you don't know? Yalla, what about Mr. Walid there in the control room? Yalla, Ustad Walid, how many planets do we have in English? In the solar system? Huh? Okay, so he is saying that we have 10 planets. Allah yahdik, ya Ustad Walid, Allah yahdik. In the past, they said that there are 9, but now they say, or scholars say that we have only 8 planets. The Earth is one of them. Okay, now what about Munir? Yalla ya Munir. Munir and his sister Munira. Yalla Munir. The third word. Thank you. The sun. Thank you very much, Munir. What about Munira? Yalla ya Munira. Munira says orbit. MashaAllah. كلمة صعبة جابت. Orbit. Okay, so this is the sun and this is the orbit. Al-Madar. Al-Madar. Is that clear? Thank you very much, ya Munira. So orbit means this one. This one means the word orbit. Now, what about Manar? Manar. Yalla ya Manar. Yalla ya Manar. The fifth word. Astronaut. Thank you very much. Astronaut. What's the meaning of astronaut? This person is an astronaut. So I think you have got the meaning of this word. Astronaut. Astronaut. Okay? Thank you very much, Manar. What about Al-Azhar? Yalla ya Al-Azhar. Al-Azhar. The fifth word. Thank you very much, ya Al-Azhar. Yes, this one is called satellite. It's called what? Satellite. And you hear this word a lot in our dialect, in the Omani dialect. Satellite. Okay, thank you very much, ya Al-Azhar. Now, what about over there? Yalla ya Fatima al-Zahra. Fatima al-Zahra. Okay, the last word, sky. MashaAllah, and your dreams are up to the sky. Thank you very much, ya Fatima al-Zahra. And you deserve a clap. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ya al-Zahra. Now, let's move to the objectives of today's class. In today's class, we are going to have or to achieve 3 objectives. The first one is to understand the reflexive pronouns. To understand the reflexive pronouns. And Mr. Abdullah Sideri has already started talking about them. And the second objective is to listen for specific information. So we are going to have a listening task today, inshallah. And the third activity, the third objective is to differentiate between active and passive voices. To differentiate between active and passive voices. So here we go. Are you ready? Huh? Are you ready? مخرجنا يلا say yes. Are you ready? Yes, thank you very much. طيب, now let's start by having this question. Imagine that you are looking in a mirror. There is a mirror over there. I'm looking in a mirror now. Now, if you are looking in a mirror, who do you see in this mirror? Huh? Who do you see in this mirror, ya Abd al-Samad? Yes, Ustadha Fawzia, welcome back. Okay. Who do you see in the mirror, ya Ustadha Fawzia? You see what? Yourself. And Ustadha Fawzia is saying that I am seeing myself, or I see myself. Now we have a new word here, myself. Myself is called a possessive. No, it's not called a possessive adjective. It's called a reflexive pronoun. It's called what, ya Ustadha Fawzi, again? It's called a reflexive pronoun. So what's the meaning of reflexive pronouns and when do we use them? Okay, let's sail together in the same ship to see the usage and the meaning of reflexive pronouns. So the first one is the meaning of reflexive pronoun. يلا يا حلوين ويا حلوات يلا. Reflexive pronouns mean a reflexive pronoun refers back to the subject of the sentence. Sorry, it refers back to the subject of the sentence. Or let's say this sentence again in a very simple way. Okay, the object reflects the subject. What does this mean? As you know, and as we have already studied, we have all English sentences start with something that is called the subject. Subject, sorry. Okay, subject. And the subject must be a noun. Then the subject is followed by a verb. After the verb, we have something called object. And this object as well must be a noun. Yalla, what does this mean? The subject is الفاعل, verb الفعل, object المفعول به. And as I said a long time ago, there is no جملة فعلية in English. All English sentences are جمل اسمية. Again, there is no جملة فعلية in English. All of the English sentences are جمل اسمية. So the first thing is the subject الفاعل, then the verb, and some sentences have got something which is called the object. Now, when do we put the object and when don't we don't put the object? Now look at this one or this sentence. I see myself. Now we have the subject I, the verb see, and the object is I. يعني الفاعل والفعل والمفعول به, sorry, the subject and the object are the same. The subject is Ismail, the verb is see, and the object is Ismail. Hello? ممتاز. Now, when we have something like this, when the subject and the object are the same, what do? We put the reflexive pronoun, okay? Because the subject and the object are the same, a reflexive pronoun like myself, yourself is used. Again, when the subject and the object are the same, what do we put, شباب, بنات? What do we put? We put the reflexive pronoun like myself and yourself. Now let's recall something that we have already studied about the English sentences in order to focus on the reflexive pronouns. Sorry, there are 8 reflexive pronouns in English. 8. There are 8 reflexive pronouns in English. Now, if you remember a long time ago, 3 months or 2 months and a half ago, we said that we have 7 English pronouns. What are they, ya Fahima? Fahima will tell you about these pronouns. Hello, how are you? These pronouns are, Fahima? I, you, he, she, it, we, they, we and they. Thank you very much, ya Fahima. I miss you, صراحة Fahima. Okay? Say hi, okay? Hi. Now, as Fahima said, we have 7 pronouns in English, but we have 8 reflexive pronouns. 7 pronouns and 8 reflexive pronouns. Now, what are they? They are formed by adding the suffix self. Okay? The suffix self in the singular form, or selves in the plural form, to the base form of the word. And طبعا Ustad Hussein Al-Alawi has just joined us. He is going to participate with us. Now, Ustad Hussein, as we said, we form the English reflexive pronouns by adding self if the word is singular and selves if the word is plural. Like this one. Yalla, all of you together. I becomes what? I. Only one person. Myself or myself? Myself or myself, يا عبد الصمد. ها عبد الصمد. Myself, عينك. ها عبد الصمد. Myself, not myself. Myself. Thank you, عبد الصمد. Okay? Myself, because we have only one person. What about he, يا أمجاد? يلا يا أمجاد. يلا يا أمجاد. He. His. لا ما his. أنا خدعتش هنا. Okay? Thank you يا أمجاد. Himself. Himself. Thank you very much يا أمجاد. Clap for her. Clap for her. Okay, thank you. Himself. So this one is not correct. Now what about she يا عدنان? يلا يا عدنان. وبعدين بنروح مع لينا. يلا يا عدنان. Okay. For she, herself. Excellent. Herself. يلا يا لينا. It. Itself. أحسنتي. Itself. Now what about you يا فرح? فرح. Make us happy. يلا يا فرح. You, if you have one person يا فرح, what do you say? Yourself. Thank you. Yourself. Like this. I'm talking right now to Farah. You have to do it yourself because I'm talking to only one person. But if I'm talking to those people in the control room, Ustad Walid, Ustad Majid, Ustad Nasser, Ustad Fawziya, Ustad Hussein, and the others, okay? I have to say, you have to do the work yourselves. Yourselves. Okay, is that clear? ممتازين. Yourselves. Okay, now what about we? If we are talking about ourselves. Thank you, ourselves. Okay, because we are more than one. If it's only one like this, I, myself. If we are more than one, we have to say ourselves. Now what about they, عزان يلا يا عزان يلا يا أبو قيس themselves. Thank you. والمخرج قالكم themselves. Thank you very much يا مخرجنا مركز بارك الله فيك. Again, if we are talking about only one person, we just add self. Okay? Myself, himself, herself, itself, and yourself. Okay, if we have more than one, ايش نسوي يا حلوين؟ selves. Thank you very much. Okay, like yourselves, ourselves, themselves. أعطيكم معلومة حلوة هنا، إيش رأيكم؟ هي مثل كلمة knife ومثل كلمة wife. Okay, knife, we say one knife, but many knives. Okay, Now, your father has only one wife. If he has more than one, ها ايش نقول يا أستاذ ماجد؟ If your father has more than one wife, what do we say? Wives, wives. Okay? Okay, sorry. Wives. It's the same. Self, the last letter is fa. Here it becomes selves. Okay? I think that one is clear. Now, let's have some examples with our great students. Yalla, ya Al-Ghaida. Al-Ghaida, what a lovely name you've got. Yalla Al-Ghaida. Now, this person is talking about himself. Now, what do you say? Al-Ghaida. Yes, I can see myself. Thank you, Al-Ghaida. I can see myself. أحسنتي. Now, what about Suhaib? Yalla ya Suhaib. Yalla ya Suhaib. Now, he's talking to only one person. So you can see yourselves. Afa ya Suhaib. One person only. Here is only one person. يلا يا سبا. يا سبا. أعطينا النبأ اليقين. لكن أين الهدهد الذي يأتينا بنبأ يقين من سبا؟ يلا يا سبا. Yes, excellent. You can see yourself. Thank you very much, يا سبا. بارك الله فيش. Now, أستاذة فوزية. أستاذة فوزية, what about this person? What about this person? Yes, he can see himself. He can see himself because we are talking about only one person here. Now, what about هذه البنت الحبوبة الطيبة؟ يا السلط. السلط مستحي ما يريد يتكلم عن البنات. يلا السلط يلا خلي عنك عيارة. Okay. Yes, السلط. Thank you very much. She can see herself. She can see herself. Excellent, السلط. Now, what about Razan? يلا يا رزونة. يلا يا رزونة. You have got a cat or a dog here? يلا, a cat or a dog. It's the same. Thank you, Razan. It can see itself. The cat or the dog can see itself in the mirror. Now, what about if we have more than one? يا غيث. يلا, وكن كالغيث يا غيث. Okay. غيث. You can see yourselves because, yes, thank you, Ghaith, because we have more than one person here. Now, what about this picture here? It's going to be answered by Azza. Yalla ya Khalu Azza. Yalla Khalu Azza. Yes, thank you very much, Khalu Azza. We can see ourselves. We can see ourselves. And the last one will be answered by هذا الضيف الطيب الحبوب اللي هو فاهم. يلا يا فاهم.
I don't know.
الله يهديك. يلا يا فاهم. Yes, يا فاهم. Thank you very much.
They can see themselves. They can see themselves. They can see themselves.
Thank you very much, يا فاهم. Now, as we said, we have 8 reflexive pronouns in English. Myself, again, yalla, all of you together. Myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, yourselves, ourselves, and the last one, themselves. Thank you very much. I think this lesson is very interesting and it's very easy, صح? Okay. Inshallah, in the competition, at the end of this lesson, you are going to have some questions about these reflexive pronouns. Now, we have some notes before we finalizing everything about the reflexive pronouns. The first note is some verbs are often used with reflexive pronouns. So we can use these adjectives, these verbs with reflexive pronouns. But some verbs don't have a reflexive pronoun because they are, some verbs don't have a reflexive pronoun because they are actions which people usually do to themselves. Okay, what do we mean? The first group here can come with reflexive pronouns, but these action verbs cannot come with reflexive pronouns. Like in the first one, like this, I can say behave yourselves. okay. يلا يا عمر, behave yourself please, okay. يعني اصطلب بالعماني, okay. And be careful, don't cut yourself, okay. Cut. Don't hurt yourself please, please don't hurt yourself. Then you have to look after yourself. What about the word enjoy, this lovely word. يلا يا عمر, يلا يا عمر عشان ما نزعلك. Umar is saying you have to enjoy yourselves. All of you have to enjoy yourselves. And there is a note. In Arabic, we say استمتع بوقتك. But in English, it's not correct to say enjoy your time. We have to say enjoy yourself. Then, is that clear, Ustad Nasser? You have to enjoy yourself, Ustad Nasser. Don't say that you are enjoying your time. No, enjoy yourself. Now, what about these words? We cannot say you have to get up yourself. No, this is not correct. Don't say stand yourself up. Also, this one is not correct. Okay. Also, we don't say we relax ourselves. This one is khata. Okay. And the same thing goes with remember and rest. Okay. So you have to bear this in your minds because they are very important. خاصة enjoy. Okay. Okay. Not correct and incorrect are the same. طيب. Now let's have this activity, which is activity number 1 on page 43 in the skills book. You can get the activity from this code here, and طبعا it's a listening activity. Read the following questions, listen to the dialogue and tick the correct answer. يلا, let's go to this website. يلا يا أطفال يا حلوين اشربوا الحليب. طيب, the activity is like this. Now we have this recording here, or you can listen to it from here. يلا يا شباب. And we have 8 questions.
Tape script 4.5.
Hi Huda, how's my favorite sister? What are you looking at?
Hi Ahmed, I'm fine thanks. I'm looking at this great new ITC webpage to get ideas for my project.
Oh yeah, what's the webpage about?
It's called Space in Our Lives.
I can see the title, but what's it about?
Well, it's about lots of different things.
Oh yeah? Like what exactly?
Well, there are 3 parts. The first is about space spin-offs, or inventions that have come from space exploration.
Like what?
Well, they mention things like firefighting equipment and cordless electrical tools.
Okay. Is this second part about satellites?
Let's see. Yes, there is information about the first satellite and the uses of satellites.
That sounds interesting. Why is the third part about a rubbish bin in space?
That's just the picture. The writing is all about the junk we've left in space from exploring it.
Really? You mean there's even rubbish out there?
Yes, and it's very dangerous.
I never knew that. Can I have a look at the site? It may help me with my project too.
Sure. I'll just print this out, and then you can have a look.
Thank you very much, Ahmed and Huda. Now, let's finish our activity and let's check our answers now.
Hi, Huda.
Let's
How's
check
my
our
favorite
answers.
sister?
Yes,
What are
we've
you
got
looking at?
10 out of 10. Clap for ourselves. Yes, clap for yourselves. Yes, thank you very much. So the first one, how many people are talking? We have 2 people here. What are the names of these 2 people? Ahmed and Huda, and they are a brother and sister. If we have a brother and sister, what do we call them? يلا في أول حصة أنا خبرتكم عن هذه الكلمة. Siblings, thank you. If we have brothers and sisters, we call them siblings, إخوة. What's the name of the web page? Space in Our Lives. Thank you. Not Space and Our Lives. No, be careful. And the 5th question, how many parts are there to the web page? Yeah, Ustad Walid, how many parts do we have? Yes, excellent. We have 3 parts. And what's the second part about? It's about satellites. The 7th question, what examples are given as space spin-offs? Inventions. Do you know the meaning of inventions? يلا يا مخرجنا. What's the meaning of inventions? اختراعات. يا أخي يستاهل صفقة له. أحسنت بارك الله فيك. And the last question, why is there a picture of a rubbish bin? Because there is information on junk from space exploration. الله يهديهم بعض البشر في كل مكان يعقوا زبالتهم. الله يهديهم. ونقولهم don't throw your rubbish everywhere. Okay, put it in the specified bin. Okay, now thank you very much for getting 10 out of 10. You are very excellent يا شباب ويا بنات. Now let's move to active and passive voice. Active and passive voice. Now, we've already started talking about these 2 voices, but what do we mean by them? We use the active voice, okay, when the focus is on the subject. We use the active voice, okay, we use the active voice when the focus is on the subject. Now, what about the passive voice? It's very clear. We have the object and the subject, صح? So, when the focus is on the action or on the object, we use the passive voice. Now, let's have 2 examples. The first example for the active voice is Ahmed read 10 books last year. ما شاء الله عليك يا أحمد. Ahmed read 10 books last year. Ahmed is the subject. Read is the verb. ليش ما قلت أنا read هنا؟ يا هبة. Thank you very much يا هبة, because the verb is in the past. And the past form of the word or of the verb read is read. Thank you very much يا هبة. And 10 books is the object. Now let's change this sentence from active to passive. يلا يا شباب. The passive voice says 10 books, which is the object. 10 books were read by Ahmed. 10 books were read by Ahmed last year. Or we can say 10 books were read last year without mentioning the name of Ahmed, because the focus here is not on Ahmed. The focus here is on the object, which is the 10 books. Now let's have some examples about different tenses, and inshallah we are going to make everything clear. طيب. Now we have, as we said a long time ago, we have 2 types of verbs. We have intransitive and transitive verbs. What do we mean by these 2 types? The first type, that intransitive verbs. The intransitive verbs are the verbs that don't need an object, like sleep, go, arrive, live. Live is an adjective. Walk. Now, if I use the word sleep or the verb sleep in a sentence, do I need an object? طبعا no. ما يصير أقول I sleep أحمد. No, this one is not correct. Okay, now what about the transitive? The transitive verbs. There are 2 types of transitive verbs. The verbs that need an object. Active and إيش يا شباب ويا بنات؟ Active and passive. Thank you. Active and passive, as we said some minutes ago. What do we mean by the transitive verbs, and what's the difference between active and passive voice? Now here we have some transitive verbs like eat, visit, write, read, and send. when I say, for example, write, I write a and I stop. Is that a complete sentence? Huh? طبعا no. We have to complete this sentence by another word, which is the object. So I have to put the object here, المفعول به, like I eat fish every Friday. I eat fish every Friday. My brother visits صحار every Monday. ما شاء الله ما أعرف إيش عاجبنه في صحار ما شاء الله عليه. Okay. They write their homework regularly. Okay. So we have to have an object. Now, what about changing the active sentences into the passive sentences? Now, as you know, we have 12 tenses in English. We have 12 tenses in English. 4 of them are in the past, 4 are in the present, and 4 are in the future. Thank you. Now, we have a specific way to change the active sentences into the passive sentences according to the tense that we are using. In today's class, we have 4 tenses: past simple, present simple, past perfect, and present perfect. Again, past simple, present simple, past perfect, and present perfect. We are going to change the sentences from active to passive or from passive to active. Yalla, let's start by having the past simple. يلا يا حميد، يلا يا حميد، عمو حميد، يلا عمو حميد. This is the way, okay? We have to start with the object. This is the first thing. Thank you, Ahmed. The second thing, the verb to be. What are the verbs to be in the past simple? Thank you, Ahmed. Was and where. Was with I, he, she, and it. ممتازين. I, he, she, and it. معهم was. What about the other ones? We, they, and you. يا مخرجنا. What do we use with them? Where. Thank you. After the verb to be, we have the past participle. Again, in the past simple, if we want to change the sentence from active to passive, we must start with the object, then the verb to be, was or were. After that, the past participle or تصريف ثلاثي للفعل, the past participle of the verb. Let's have this sentence يا حميد. يلا. Amira cleaned the house last week. يلا حميد. What's the subject here? The subject is Amira. This sentence is active. طبعا لأنه because we have the subject. Then the verb is cleaned. Okay? And the object يا حميد. ممتاز. The house. Okay? This is the house. We said that we have to start with the house. So this is number 1. Then the verb to be with the word house or the house. What do we use? Was or were? Was or were? يلا أستاذة فوزية. Was. Thank you, because we are talking about only one thing. Was. Okay? After that, the past participle of the verb. What's the past participle of the verb clean? Cleaned. أحسنتم. بارك الله فيكم. So the sentence becomes like this. The house was cleaned last week by Amira, or the house was cleaned by Amira last week. We can write by Amira and we can delete the subject. It's okay. The house was cleaned by Amira last week, or the house was cleaned last week by Amira. Again, the house is the object, then was is the verb to be, and after that the past participle of the verb cleaned. Okay? طيب, now let's have another example here with فخرية. يلا يا فخرية. Amira cleaned the rooms on Monday. يلا. Again, خلنا نحلل. Amira is the subject. Cleaned is the verb. The rooms, okay, is the object. طيب. Now let's start by having the object, the rooms. Then what do we use with the rooms? Do we have only one room or more than one room? More than one room. So, ya Fakhriya, where? Thank you very much. The rooms were cleaned. أحسنتي. The rooms were cleaned on Monday by Amira. The rooms were cleaned on Monday by Amira. Thank you very much. And thank you, Amira, because you have cleaned the house and the rooms. Okay? Now, what about, again, in the past simple, we start with the object, then the verb to be, was or were, and after that, the past participle. What about the present simple? In the present simple, it's the same, but we just put the verb to be in the present, not in the past. Again, the object, then the verb to be, and after that, the past participle of the verb. How many verbs to be do we have in the present tenses? Okay, we have am, is, and are. So they are 3. Am with I, is with he, she, and ish, is. Are with we, they, and you. Thank you very much. طيب. Now let's have these examples, and they will be answered by Salah. Or the first example will be answered by Salah. يلا اللهم أصلح قلوبنا يا رب. يلا يا صلاح. مالك cleans the house every day. تحية لمالك. يلا تحية لمالك. مالك cleans the house every day. يلا يا صلاح. Change this sentence from active to passive. The first one, Malik is the subject, cleans is the object. No, the verb. Cleans is the verb. ركز معي يا صلاح لا تختبص. Okay, and the house is the object. Again, we have to start with the object, the house. بعدين, what do we put with the house as a verb to be? Am, is, or are. ها صلاح. Am. أفا عليك. The house is. Thank you. The house is. Now, what's the past participle of the verb clean? Again, clean. So the sentence becomes like this. The house, okay, is cleaned, the past participle of the verb, every day by Malik. Or the house is cleaned every day. And stop. It's okay. Or we can say the house is cleaned by Malik every day. Malik ما مقصر ما شاء الله عليه. Every day he cleans the house. Okay, again, the object, then the verb to be, am, is, or are, and then the past participle of the verb. يلا يا جمانة. The second example يا جمانة. Malik cleans the rooms every Monday. Yes, you have to start with the object. The rooms. Okay. Then the rooms. After that, okay. Yes, أحسنتي. Are. ليش? Because we have more than one room. The rooms are cleaned. Thank you, Jumana. The rooms are cleaned every Monday by Malik. Sorry. The rooms are cleaned every Monday by Malik. Thank you, ya Jumana. The rooms is the object. Are is the verb to be. Then the past participle of the verb. And we can write by Malik and we can delete it. Okay? Now here we have changed the active sentences into the passive sentences in the past simple and the present simple. Now what about the past perfect? In the past perfect it's totally different. We don't put the verb to be. ركزوا معي. نرجع شوية. الله. مسح كل شيء. In the past simple, we have object, verb to be, was or were, and then the past participle. But in the present simple, we have the object, then am, is, or are. After that, the past participle. Now, what about this one, the past perfect? أول شيء من يعطينا جملة فيها past perfect. يلا يا عصام. Yes, عصام. Thank you very much. By the time my father came home, okay, عشان ما أغششكم. By the my father came home, I had already done my work. Thank you, عصام. أحسنت. Now, how can we change this sentence from active to passive, I have to start with the object again. كلهم with the object. Okay? Then had. After that معنا كلمة حلوة طيبة اللي هي مال الباست مال الverb to be. Okay, been. Thank you very much يا عصام. Okay, and then the past participle again in the past perfect. The object, the word had, then the verb to be اللي هو ايش يكون been, and after that the past participle of the verb. يلا, let's have this example. By the time my father came home, I had already cleaned my room. ما شاء الله علي. By the time my father came home, I had already cleaned my room. This sentence is active. Okay? Or it's in the active voice. Now we are going to change it from active to passive. Yalla, look at the part that has the past perfect. I had already cleaned my room. I is the subject. خلونا نغير القلم. بيقول هذا ما غير القلم اليوم. Okay? Okay, sorry. The black one. I is the subject. Then we have had. After that, cleaned as the verb, and my room is إيش؟ يا شباب. يلا يا صالح. Okay, my room is the object. Thank you. Now, we have to start with the object. Okay, this is number one. Number two, had. Okay. Number three, been. Number four, the past participle of the verb. Okay, cleaned. Okay, cleaned. Again, my room had been cleaned. By whom? By me. صح. Okay, my room. By the time my father came home, my room, okay, this is the object, had already, we can put already here, it's okay, had already been cleaned by me. Again, in the past perfect, we start with the object, then had, after that, been, and after being, the past participle of the verb. وتوتة توتة خلصت الحدوتة هنا. Okay? Is that clear يا شباب ويا بنات؟ ممتازين. Now, let's move to the present perfect, and it's the same. ركزوا معي. In the past perfect, we said that we start with the object, then had, number two, number three, been, and number four, the past participle. In the present perfect, we just change one thing here. We change had because it indicates the action in the past, and put have or has. It depends on the subject. Yalla, let's have it together. Okay, the present perfect. Okay, in the present perfect, we start with the object, then have or has, after that been, and the last thing is the past participle. If we have I, we, they and you, we say have. If we have he, she and it, ممتازين, has. Okay, so the sentence here says, my sister has cleaned our house 3 times this week. MashaAllah عليها. In order to change this sentence from active to passive, we have to say, our house, okay, has been cleaned by my sister 3 times this week. Now, what about if we have more than one house or more than one room? My brother has cleaned the rooms 3 times this week. Okay? The rooms, because we have more than one room, the rooms have been cleaned by my brother 3 times this week. Again, ya shabab, if we are talking about the present perfect, we have to start with the object, then have or has, after that been, وبعدين the past participle of the verb. Now change the following active sentences into the passive voice. The teacher gave the best student a gift. The teacher gave the best student a gift. The best student here is the object. Yalla. The best student here is the object. Gave is the verb. طبعا a gift is another object. The teacher is the subject. Now how can we change it يا نصرة؟ يلا يا نصرة. طيب, thank you very much. The best student was given a gift. The best student was given a gift by the teacher, because the sentence here is in the past simple. Now what about the second one يا أستاذة فوزية? Some great teachers present the live lessons. And the ones who present the live lessons are all of them طبعا great. تحية لكل المعلمين اللي يقدموا درس على الهواء. Some great teachers present the live lessons, and this sentence is in the present simple. Thank you, أستاذة فوزية. The live lessons are presented by some great teachers. Now we'll have something from there. يلا يا رحيمة. Sarah had taken a very nice photo. Yes, a very nice photo. رحيمة. Had وبعدها إيش؟ Been. Thank you. A very nice photo had been taken by Sarah. Thank you. And the last one يا فاطمة. So far Isa has read 5 books about Oman. Yes, Fatima. Thank you very much. So far 5 books about Oman have been read by Isa. Thank you very much, all of you. Now, before we finalizing everything, there is a competition, and the competition is very nice. You can go to this barcode. I mean, you can scan this barcode, or you can go to this website. Also, you will find the link here on Twitter at ISM11088. I want all of you to participate in this competition, and I'm going to announce the winners, the names of the winners here on Tuesday, inshallah, at 9:30 p.m. And before finalizing everything, I have to say, يلا يا مخرجنا ركز الصورة علي. ختاما، الحياة سهلة جميلة، لا تحتاج إلى كل ذلك التعقيد الذي يعيشه البعض. فعش حياتك بكل بساطة، وحتى تعيش سعيدا لا تنقل هموم اليوم إلى الغد، واستقبل غدك بروح تعشق الحياة. دمتم جميلين، إلى اللقاء.